Alrighty. Here we go. Our brave blue roses now have set course to the Grand Gala on the Terminus line. The Terminus line of IDIQ is where the district that is forever within darkness of night and the district that is forever in the golden hour of day. The line meets. It is known to be wrought with storms and odd patterns, where the mystical weave that binds the universe together seems to have strange eruptions all throughout the line. Storms rage and is known to be very dangerous. In fact, the only good way to cross it is by taking a shuttle very high, nearly up into the upper atmosphere. And of course, that is where the Grand Gala itself is ultimately held, at a rotating station that sits above the terminus line that's in the upper atmosphere, just above the violent, turning, and dangerous storm that rages below. Now, all of you now have had the fun of pushing forward and are in a shuttle along with the various folks that you've picked up along the way, including Jade, Farumat, and of course, Kelly's lucky companion for this gala, or racing partner that has decided to come, who you might think might be a good pilot upon your ship, whose skill is proven to be at least equal to Kelly's. As the ship goes forth, way off in the distance, you do have this very strange sight where you can see a thin, black, dark line that kind of the onboard system, and Verum himself confirms is just beyond the terminus, showing where night begins upon IDIQ, but it's still many hours away before you might hit that. Thus, on your luxury shuttle that currently is autopiloted, and so you almost have the entire area to yourself. There's very plush seats, including couches and what could almost be a very kind of circular round bed that's super comfy. You kind of sink into it, and there's silk bands all around, as well as a selection of alcohols and various drinks, both sugary and fizzy, and it's about anything you could want. A selection of snacks and even some mid-shuttle games. And a very rare edition of Jenga. And with that, this fun little scene is all of yours.
You beat me again, Rothem. Hey, when you look at a shuttle like this, I guess I never asked, but I mean, what kind of flying do you do? Like for business or?
Oh, looks, yeah, business.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could say deliveries.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've been thinking about, getting involved in that sort of thing, and wasn't sure if you had to know people or if you just kind of stumble into it.
I mean, yeah, I usually have to know someone, though you don't strike me as a delivery person.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, something about being in a cockpit, just flying and getting away from everything. I mean, not everything, because what's a flight if you don't have your friends with you? But still, just going places, seeing things, having this whole universe of possibilities at your fingertips. It's exciting.
Huh. Yeah. It is. But I think if it's possibilities that you're after, delivery driving doesn't necessarily go well with that. That more limits the possibilities.
Yeah, my mother, if she were still alive, would probably completely drown herself in wine if she heard me talking about basically becoming a trucker, but still, there is something freeing about it. Do you feel the same way, or did you get involved through family? Or?
My sons. My dad died. My mother got extremely ill with the red, and medicine costs, and old friend of my father's put a bunch of credits in my hand and said it's time to start taking things where I tell you to go. And that's how I helped.
I mean, forgive me for saying so, but it doesn't sound like much of a friend. It sounds like they were trying to take advantage of you at a time that you didn't need that.
Maybe, but at the end of the day, she got the treatment. Eventually they were able to get the red out of her system. So whether it was selfish or whatever, it got the job done, you know.
Are you like indebted to this person?
It's not really the type of job you usually quit unless you're ready to not see those people again.
Oh.
But it's also the only you talked about your mom. I'll just say mine wasn't thrilled that I was a delivery driver either. And it kind of cut off when she got better. So they're kind of the only family I have. As maybe opportunistic the relationship could be.
So are you like required to work for this person, or are you still free to buy out your contract and go your own way?
That's a complicated question.
I'm a complicated person.
I would say free is probably a bit relative. I could do what's right. That doesn't mean they might not seek, I guess, to make sure things are clean.
Yeah. Not Molly. I'm sorry. You're not in the game. Peridot.
Peridot's been sitting, kicking her feet a little bit, because in every scenario, I imagine Peridot sitting and never being able to touch the floor. So she's just sitting, kicking her legs a little bit, playing on her tablet with a new game that is about like playing poker or something. I don't know. But Polly keeps eating the cards. And for some reason it's not breaking the game. Huh? What?
Peridot, could you accompany me for a second? I have trouble opening that big door to the back on my own. And I figured we could probably do it together.
You're right. I do have strong muscles.
Yes, you do. Would you excuse us a second, Rotham?
Oh, sure.
To take Peridot by the hand.
Fixes himself some saltwater Perrier.
Peridot.
Is he putting the moves on you? Do I need to threaten him?
No, I'm worried. I think he'd be a great pilot for us, but I'm worried that he's maybe in a bad situation and can't get out of it. You know? And I don't want to put him in a situation that gets his family hurt. I don't know what to do.
So what? Like, are they holding them hostage or?
No. Okay, so here's the story I just got told. He says that his dad died and then his mom got sick with the red. Do you even know what the red is?
No.
Me either. But he said she got sick with it. And then suddenly this friend of his dad's appears and gives him credits and says, hey, you can start making money now to, take care of things, which is really convenient, just happens to show up. Anyway, he goes to work for him for a while and manages to afford the medicine, and now she's better, but it sounds like he can't really just leave. I'm starting to think this person, maybe they're evil. Not Rotham, but the one who hired him. Like, what if it was just to get Rotham to be on his side because he saw what a great pilot Rotham was? And now his own mother won't talk to him because she looks down on truck driving.
I don't think Rotham drives a truck.
No, I know. Deliveries, I guess, is how they put it here. And I think he could be doing a lot more. Like, he clearly is really good. And I don't know what I should do. Like, what would you do?
Well, I'd find out more about the people that he worked for or works. Past, present tense.
Yeah, maybe they're like an organization. And you're good at hacking things. Maybe you can look into this organization.
Well, what's their name? I don't know. That's a good place to start.
Okay, so we're going to find out the name. And then once we hear the name, you can look into it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We can do this. The Small People Alliance.
Peridot kind of like makes this earnest face. I'm writing down these notes too of things that we're doing. I name peeps. That Rotham worked for.
Okay, I have an idea. And I think I can get this information. All right.
You flirt with him?
Oh, I mean, a little bit, but I don't think that's going to get us the most important stuff. And she will head back, but I wanted to make sure that, Nayland and Ace, if they're doing anything in here, have a chance to do whatever.
Was Kelly's preliminary conversation with Rotham private?
I don't think so. I think she would, because we're all inside of like this shuttle room, and I figure we're all just kind of hanging out and chilling, and
Nathan then, during his talk with Kelly, wants to see, she would use her action to try and peer into the emotional spectrum around Rotham. Because she does have this concern that, anybody we could be talking to might be like a pod person. And she wants to know if, as he's discussing these things, like the joy of his mom getting better, but the fear of her being sick, the dad dying, and all of these different emotions, does he feel different emotions? Or does he seem restricted to one, which Jade told us was a red flag for assimilated people?
For Rotham?
Yes.
Give me a insight check.
Does my emotional electromagnetic spectrum sensitivity give me any kind of bonus here?
I'll give you advantage. Yeah.
19.
Yeah, I think them going. I think you can see like a range of emotions. You're pretty sure this is somebody who hasn't been assimilated.
Cool. Okay, that's basically it for me. I don't know if Ace wanted to do anything.
All Ace wanted to do is, while we were riding, he wants to try to hide the box like physically in his body. The holding one with all our items.
You want to hold that?
Because his body is mostly mechanical and then smoke.
Okay.
So he wants to try to hide it actually inside his body.
Okay. Would you? Yeah, give me a stealth check.
Um, 31.
Nice.
Okay. So I think very discreetly you put your deck of holding.
He just like tries to make it look like he's just trying to reach for something in his coat, and just kind of shoves it inside his chest.
Nice.
Yeah, and coming out, Kelly is going to sit down next to Rotham and say, hey, do you have like a business card or something?
No, nothing like that.
I don't guess you could introduce me to these people you work for.
Kind of laughs. Not usually how it works.
Are they like secretive?
Yeah, maybe a little shy, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, like, so in other words, the non-advertising types.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well, have you ever thought about doing your own type of business? Like, if there was a squirrel that was really good at flying, and then there was a shark that was really good at flying, and imagine if they went into business together and maybe did some pretty cool, discreet stuff out there in the world. Exciting stuff. Or is that dumb?
I don't think it's dumb at all. It sounds quite fun. I guess the people I work for. They don't take kindly to kind of get a
Squirrels?
little hush. No, just might get put you in. They're just dangerous people.
Well, I'm pretty dangerous.
And we're like a-okay with killing people.
He's what Ace meant was
Oh,
we've been in a scrape or two in our lives. It's true, but we don't seek to kill people.
Yeah.
Mostly people who have problems with us, and then we have to fight them. But anyway, you just seem like a really good pilot, and I was thinking about like what it would be like to, me and my friends maybe go into business, and I met you, and I thought, wow, this guy is really good, and but it's totally fine if you don't want to, or if I'm just saying that we'd be willing to deal with the ramifications of a evil secret organization that wants to keep their prized pupil.
well, I guess. Tell you what, why don't you, you could look up, I guess you could, actually, give me a persuasion check, Kelly.
All right. Here. Come on, persuasion. Do something for me today, please. Okay, 25.
Ooh. All right. I would see what you can find on the Black Meridian, and then decide if you want to ask me that again.
That's fair. And I look over at Peridot.
You're muted, Molly.
I was muted. Peridot's been doing random searches on things because in her mind, she's like, I need to leave a paper trail of like just assorted things so that no one's gonna be suspicious. So like
Nice.
she's looked up like different, like a lot of different things. So because she's been playing like this poker game, different poker strategies, that she's looked up like different types of flowers, and then like she's looked up something about fruit, and then what was the sickness that Rotha's mom had? The red.
Yeah.
Then at one point she's looked up the red, and then also something about shingles. So it's like multiple different illnesses at the same time. So like, cause like in her mind, she doesn't want to make it very blatant that she's looking up things related to Rotham. So she's trying to make like a trail of different searches. And then she's gonna look up what the Black Meridian is.
Okay. So you punch it up here. Is it? And there's a little bit of as it comes up, there is this like yellow triangle with a black exclamation mark on it. Like and it quickly says by it, some files sealed, redacted, and edited. And then it says entry Black Meridian, classification extraplanetary shadow network, status monitored concern. And reads, the Black Meridian is described in public records as a diffuse web of brokers, smugglers, and patrons moving in the spaces where law, need, and desire overlap. Reports link the network to forbidden relic trade, stolen memories, unlicensed psychic technologies, and the quiet shaping of political outcomes. On IDIQ, some observers note that Black Meridian influence may hide behind art salons, mutual aid circles, and luxury consortiums where favors are traded as freely as credits. Some call them predators, others claim they preserve what rigid empires would erase. Note, please report any agents of the Black Meridian immediately to appropriate authorities to maintain our luxurious society. They are said to believe that every star casts a shadow, and power belongs to those who can move within both. Accord investigators warn the Black Meridian rarely rules openly. It cultivates dependence, obligation, and beautiful bargains. That's what Fire says.
Above table, something occurred to me. Last session, didn't we talk about the red? Or like, there was something that we had talked about with like...
Yeah. Hang on, let me scroll back
like
to
that
it.
it was volatile, and it was... I'm just remembering this, and... wonder if it's related.
It was thread Gala lighting setup advice. If your console says the blue wire is stable, leave it alone. People get into trouble when they start tugging on things that are already cataloged. The red wire is the one that attracts attention. Best practice is patience until the Gala technicians arrive. I'll be there when the lights come on. And there's been like this thing that's been repeating occasionally, things like red and blue being referenced as like we've been going through things. So we're all putting our little tinfoil hats on.
Yeah.
Looking up the red, you would learn that it's classified as a progressive hematic resonance syndrome. Common names are the red bloom, crimson drift. It's noted as potentially fatal. Transmission is currently under study. They are not sure how it is transmitted. And you could definitely learn I have this information. I don't know how geeky you want to get in here, but what sufferers generally note and those types of things. But ultimately, as the illness progresses, tissues may begin to crystallize or bloom in a scar-like lattice formation. Advanced cases can lead to organ failure, dissociative episodes, or total red saturation.
I think Peridot would have considered like the cost of treatment, or like what I think contextually she see like when it says like it's a progressive, when she sees progressive and then fatal, that like this would mean someone has to keep taking medicine a lot for long periods of time. So like how much that kind of like what would a simple like one moment of treatment kind of cost kind of thing. And then she'd probably kind of just like add that in her head.
Yeah. So what is the most common would be something called moon water infusions. And look at that, it all comes from a very particular world. So quite easily needing about like 1,000 credits a week.
Well then, Rotham. This is in Perido's head. And she's looking all this stuff up. And then immediately after her search of Black Meridian, she immediately goes to like romancy spy novels to hide her trail.
Amazing. She's like, oh, looks like you're searching random things. Then okay, let me make some other search noise. Go off this algorithm.
Oh yeah.
Perdo, maybe you could look up the Black Meridian.
She did.
I
did.
I know that. Kelly was just saying it out loud in front
Okay.
of
Sorry.
Rotham.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I've looked up so many things, Kelly. I don't think I have any brain cells left. And I actually don't even know if I have brain cells.
Are they? How dangerous are they?
Have we rejoined the group and everything?
Oh yeah. Like since Rotham knows now that I'm interested in looking into it, I saw no reason not to. It doesn't need to be a secret anymore, really.
Okay.
Since he was looking into it.
Jade and Verum are also here with us.
That's right. I forgot about Verum. Dang it. So yeah. What to do about Verum? How does Verum look right now? Is he like worried? Like, does he look considering the conversation that was just taking place?
Give me a perception check.
All right. 23.
All right. What's that then? You see that kind of next to him, he seems like just kind of very much on the down low, has a data pad that he's been entering a lot of information into.
Ooh. I just kind of give Naylan a look, Ace a look, Peridot a look, trying to think of how we should continue this conversation. Well, I'm sure we can look into these matters later, and
Varen, why do you even have to be here? Can't Jade just do it?
Oh well, it had to do when we booked it. It was originally booked, and he starts to go into a kind of a tirade of rules and laws, and basically, you had him. He was the booking employee, therefore, he is there. He has to be there. Then he starts to go into plus. We have a suspected emotional attachment on Jade, so I'd have to be here. There'd be another observer anyway.
well, before we look it up, hey, Verum, maybe you could tell us what you know.
About what?
You haven't been paying attention?
I've just been meditating on.
What you writing about?
Oh, my thoughts on the soul and the sun and how they're intertwined.
Oh, tell us.
No, I don't review my works until they're finished. As he closes it.
Is it like poetry?
A type, yes.
You're a secret romantic, aren't you, Varum?
Kind of tries to flash a smile.
Well, someone's being secretive.
Behind Peridot's smile, her innermost thoughts are, and I don't trust you one bit.
Well, I guess we can't even talk about what we're going to do at the gala with him in here.
And that's up to you.
Oh man.
Varum, I know that there's going to be dancing and whining and dining at this gala, but I would also like to know specifically what kind of dining, even though I technically cannot eat. I have plenty of other friends here, she gestures over to them, who do eat.
Let me see here.
What kind of culinary delicacies will be there?
Of course. And is your idea to provide cover so the others could talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a deception check.
Oh, thank God that rolled over. It's an 18.
Nice. He starts going into the exact preparation of roast star squid and and extra versatile pigs and pork and how it's prepared, special barbacoa preparation, and just starts to get very into it and looking directly at Peridot and very interested.
Would even be typing some of these in shorthand notes on her data pad because she's thinking about when they get back on their ship and thinking about the kind of things that she could have the ship make food for those that actually eat.
So this provided enough where you all could start to have a conversation, and Varum's not going to really be able to
Okay.
here.
So Kelly smiles and then kind of turns so that almost kind of closes off the conversation a little bit between myself, Nayland, Ace, and Jade and Rotham. Okay, so clearly the Black Meridian are bad. My gut feeling is there's a lot they're probably not telling you. I don't feel like they just go out and hire random people. I feel like they targeted you. And as much as I don't want to say it out loud, it sounds like maybe that's something to do with how the red got to your mother. There's got to be proof of something, right? I mean, do they keep logs or?
I mean, I don't know. I deliver, you know what I'm saying? But
Well, maybe I can find something at the gala, and if I do find something, I'll show it to you, and you can make a call from there. But
kind of looks, goes, I'm not sure what that would change.
it could change everything.
How so?
If these are the people who are hurting you, there's no telling what they do next.
I mean, well, I guess I'll look at whatever you find.
And I'm sorry about my dress color.
Oh believe me if that was it's fine. You look lovely.
Listen, my team here, we have done some pretty incredible things. So don't think that we won't find something. I mean, we'll do everything we can to figure out what in the world is going on. Because as much as I'd love for you to be one of us and like on our side, I'm more concerned now that you're trapped by these jerk offs. And everybody deserves their own life.
You really believe that?
Of course I do.
Well, then maybe you are even more special than I first thought.
Do any of the others of you have any questions or some good ideas or thoughts? Anything is welcome. Sometimes we operate in silence.
Sorry, I guess my mic wasn't working. I was just
There you
saying
go.
no.
Oh,
Yeah, my mic just cut out for a second too. Can you guys hear
Oh,
me?
yeah, I hear you now.
Crazy. Naylin does want to ask. She immediately pipes up and goes, Rotham, are you really on vacation here, or did your employer send you?
it's usually convenient for multiple things to be true at once.
Can you say if, say the gala isn't the smash everyone hopes it'll be? Will that piss off your employers?
It's something like this, with the type of caliber of people who will be there. Let's just say that I'd imagine that they'll have certain goals that, if not met, will be upset. And well, the gala wasn't part of my plan or any plan. That doesn't mean they haven't already started to adapt to a situation.
So as far as you know, you're not anticipating any other co-workers attending?
That's an interesting way. I don't have any knowledge of it, but I wouldn't be alive if I didn't try to anticipate every possibility.
Would you recognize one of your all your coworkers?
No. I mean, there's some I know, there's probably most I don't.
Makes sense.
Is there a reason that you're being sent to the gala? You can tell us.
So to be clear, I was not sent to the gala. But after I agreed and to go with you, I got a message. Do you understand?
I do.
Simply said, protect 81.
81. I look at Nayland.
Do you know what that means?
I know what it means. But, the significance, no. I've never, well, I would say protect is the message really was to ensure your travel and delivery, those types of things.
To the gala?
Look serious. That is everything I was given. That doesn't mean that they aren't gonna send an update. Doesn't mean they are.
I definitely knew this gala was going to have some weird stuff going on. So that makes sense. So they didn't ask you to retrieve something or anything, because I don't want to get in your way either.
No. Something like this is for right now, all I was told was to make sure that 81 arrived at the gala.
Okay.
And which usually would mean that upon that I was free to pursue what I'd like. Like I said, multiple things being true is how they prefer to operate.
That makes sense. That way there's a lot of justified deniability.
Mm-hmm. They like that. I decided to go to it of my own free will, that I wanted to, because if all those things are true, and that they didn't order me to, which is true, I wasn't never,
The only thing that's curious is it makes me wonder if there's a reason they think that 81 will not be delivered to the gala for some reason. Which is interesting and curious. I mean, right?
Yeah.
I'm not the only one who feels that way. Okay.
Say the truth. He kind of looks at Verum, just la 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 la. And it kind of goes, there was an explosive I disarmed.
Oh. On the ship?
Yeah.
Maybe we could take a look at it. There's a friend of ours who's good at this kind of thing, but they can take a look at it later if you still have it.
I have to be careful. I have it secured, but and disarmed. But they'll detect if it's in this compartment or in the shuttle.
Oh,
And they probably have similar things at the terminus tower.
okay. Gotcha.
So it's
Yeah,
best to
good
be
point.
kept unless we find a place where the scanners aren't. So,
Well, my hand has instinctively grabbed Nayland's, like in a protective way.
it's Anyway, it was a weird one. I hadn't quite seen one like it before.
That probably means there's going to be some other complications when we get there. Ace, how are you with finding stuff like that? You still good at it, or?
Yeah.
Good, because I feel like we need to be really careful where we step.
Should be quite good at getting around unnoticed and lightly.
How are you feeling, Neelan?
If I tried to jump out of the shuttle right now, Rotham, what would you do?
I don't know.
If I jumped out after her, what would you do?
I'd follow to make sure you'd be safe. I might actually try to reprogram the shuttle.
I know that you're taking a big risk and trusting us, Rotham. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah. Believe it or not, you probably just helped us out big time just now, keeping our eyes open. At least now we know there's a target. Okay, how are you guys feeling? Should I get Peridot? She's really doing a good job over there.
Verum, I have to say, one of the coolest things that I found in our food replicator in our private suite was this thing called Nebula Floss. Granted, I can't eat it, but it looks beautiful. And one time I did feed some of it to Kelly, and she went a little bit nutso, but then again, it is pure sugar. How do they get all those flavors?
Oh, well, you see, they've got chefs from these worlds and stuff to get into.
Yeah, I should probably get her. Okay. Oh, Peridot, let's not bother Verum too much with our questions. He's got a job to do.
Oh, indeed,
Oh.
yes.
Right.
In the last moments of privacy that our little group had, I think Nayland does just want to say, I know we don't understand everything, but it stands to reason there may come a time where your professional goals conflict with ours. What I do know is that's just work. And if you ever do need anything, we are here to help. And Malin also looks at Jade to make sure they both understand that.
She kind of smiles. Having fun, like making sure that she, ever since the relationship was mentioned or connection, she just keeps having her arms on Ace, mostly to make him uncomfortable.
It's definitely
Fixated.
or he's like bending in weird ways.
She's like,
Is it-
"Yes, I can do that too."
He's very clearly trying to make it look like he's not uncomfortable and failing at it.
Okay. And I think as a note to keep it is that where Kelly has not asked him again.
Asked him what again? I'm sorry.
To come.
Oh, well, he said. Oh, okay. No, I mean, she would
So
have.
you do whatever you want. I just want to make sure
Yeah.
you have not hit that button.
Yeah, I
And you don't have
forgot
to do it
that.
now or
That's
whatever.
what I
It's
was.
up to you.
I think she would do it before Verum came back because that's yeah.
Or
with
did she
everyone
want to
there.
talk about it with the rest of the team? Because it was just between her and Peridot.
That's a good point.
Up to you. I just kind of make sure.
Yeah, she would. She'd want to. Absolutely.
You could definitely fit that in before Verum comes back. I mean, it's fine.
Okay. So just in their own little corner really quick. Guys, I feel like Rotham's a good person, and he told me that after we look into the Black Meridian, if I still thought he'd be a good pilot for us, that I could ask again. And I kind of want him to be on our team. We need 2 pilots. That's a fact. These bigger ships, they require it. And that way one of us can be flying while the other one's doing some maneuvering. One of us can be doing navving while the other one is doing some dogfighting. But more than that, he's good. I mean, he beat me on the track, which is no easy feat. Not to toot my own horn here, but
I'm for it. After all, he hasn't crashed into a wall before.
shut up, Ace.
Fear's never stopped us from trying to do the right thing. I don't think it should.
So you guys are cool if I ask?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really agree with Nalen's point. I feel like fear stops me from doing the right thing every time.
Okay. And I will very briefly go back over to Rotham. I wanted to talk about it with my friends, but you told me that after we looked into the Black Meridian, if I still felt the same way. And I do. We've dealt with horrible things. Some things bigger than this Black Meridian and some things smaller. But regardless of whatever it is, whether it's a painting of a smiling face that haunts us or maybe some type of crazy plant-filled humanoid planet that kills us and brings us back to life, or whether it's us saving a giant's wedding, we're always trying to do the right thing. And there's not just because it's the right thing, it's who we are. And we'd be honored to have someone like you. And you'll find that not all of us are so great all the time either. I mean, we all have our issues and our pasts, but that's what makes us better people.
That's a nice way of saying we all suck, but it'd be great if you joined us.
And the fact that, I mean, I haven't said this before, but you're half shark. And I'm terrified of sharks. And I can see past that with you, and I like that.
Well, whatever reason, you all give me a little bit of hope. So, I think it's likely that will occur. But let's see how this gala goes.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes. And then I will call over Peridot. And when she comes over, I'm going to whisper.
So the candied champagne is the best.
Peridot, you're a lifesaver.
In more ways than one.
I agree.
I'm gonna have to get my hands on some of that candy champagne. It'll be perfect for hot tub nights.
Does your item there allow you to type on it and stuff?
My data pad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Kelly offers to kind of type it and then delete things to kind of catch up Peridot on what the conversation was about. So that it doesn't stay there. But it's kind of up to you because I don't know how it works.
I do this with my girlfriend all the time where we text each other on the phone, but we don't send it. We just pass the phone back and forth.
Yeah. That's basically what we're doing. Occasionally, Polly pops up and eats a word.
Yeah, this gala sure is going to be fun, right, everyone?
It sounds like it's gonna be so exciting.
It sounds like it's supposed to be, but with our track record, no.
Matt, our travel is also like a vertical travel. Our shuttle is like flying to the station.
Yeah, they're doing horizontal first, and they'll probably start to do like the vertical in a moment. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, I think.
I imagined it like a flying car.
Yeah, like they get to like a certain elevation that's like very high. And they're gonna. It's the path would show that you stay there, and then there is like a warning you get for like the actual like we're breaking through and really having to overcome some significant, things to get you to the right spot.
Kelly has her hands out as if she's controlling the vehicle.
Very nice. Anything else?
I'm all good to get to the gala.
Same.
Sorry, I had to mute myself, but I'm back. Nayland is curious if we can see the divider between the dark and the light side yet.
So yeah, I think as you get there, and how many hours pass, you can see what really appears to be just a wall of black and violet that crackles. Above it, you can see stars and a night sky, and it's just roiling with energy, and even like the ship itself is starting to be there's a few like warning signs of like proximity, and like data flowing off screens indicating that it's a little higher than normal, but still safe to get to the scheduled ascension point.
Wow. It's amazing. Just imagine, Nayland, being able to fly over an entire world like this.
We can, and we have.
Yeah, but I'm not really yet. But one day.
We heard that stuff down there, and Nayland's talking to everybody now. It's different. worse than normal. I mean, Rotham, have you ever been to the planet before?
You're talking about the other side.
Well, to the planet at all. To this planet. Before this vacation.
Before the vacation. No. This is my first time out of the IQ.
Do you get vacations often?
Well, yeah, I mean, I pretty much go where I like most of the time unless I have something active.
That's so cool. Our last vacation ended in we were going to the beach, and then we got locked in a bedroom.
Hmm.
And we had to pick apples. Yeah. And Aesir had to have a muzzle put on him,
I did?
didn't you?
Maybe. A lot of weird things happen to me. It's hard to keep them all in mind.
All I know is that we have a track record for committing arson.
Arson's fun. Don't knock arson.
As long as
Arson
it's
is
the
fun,
right
but we're
target.
trying to be good people.
Good people can commit arson.
Oh, what? We're going to a gala, guys. This is not the conversation we need to publicly have. We're going to be well behaved.
Speak for yourself.
Yes,
Ow,
we're gonna
ow.
be well behaved.
We
So
are
Baird-
going to a gala right over the heart of a growing storm, and I still haven't been able to figure out if the locals are worried about it or not. And this time, Alien looks at Baramak.
Oh, so the data pad. Well, from so seems that the interference is a bit elevated, but at our altitude, it should be should have little to no interference with the station operation. Though. It does appear that though there was some evacuation for some nearby settlements on the ground level
When?
a few hours ago.
What?
And that's just normal, is it?
When things get up, you have to understand a certain distance to the line is not somewhere where people strictly are allowed to settle, but some do, and it's kind of a for your own good. Many have sometimes hard times to get back, but it is those who try to stay out of the sun might get closer to the line for various reasons.
So how long has it been, light here?
Let's see. Let's see, 1,192 years.
Wow, so much longer than Venus.
Indeed. Though those we know is post the terminus line. There was a treaty, signed, exchange of various residents, and the creation of the cultures. before then, my understanding, at least from the records, IDIQ had a great, I guess, planetary war between various factions. With some historians theorizing that the terminus line was caused by something or some things during that time.
Well, couldn't it just be natural as well? Like, I've been doing a lot of reading on like space, and like there are these things called axis, and they like determine how a planet is on a tilt. And like in my solar system, well, not my solar system, in a fictional solar system I just made up, there's this one planet called Uranus, and it's like tilted all the way on its side so that it's super, super hot on one side and super, super cold on the other.
Indeed. There's a lot of theories. Some do believe in a more naturalistic theory like that. Others believe it was part of the war. No records exist from the conflict, and very few from before. So it's impossible to truly know.
Might be an interesting investigation, though. I mean, imagine taking a ship like this down into the center of the whatever the planet's called.
I don't believe the ship would really survive, but
Yeah, maybe not.
one would navigate the storm. That would
No,
be
it's-
really interesting, actually.
You know, it would
Gleam
be.
in Rotham's eye.
And you know, if you were to change how the exterior of the ships are made, you could probably come up with shielding for certain types of environments. Now, obviously, maybe not once you go to the core, but that's just because you burn to a crisp.
Sure. You know what? If you so desire, you could write up a brief or proposal on it. The council does always accept those from guests or anybody else. Take on planetary health very seriously.
Guys, think about it. Wouldn't that be fun?
What exactly would be fun?
Taking a ship to the center of this planet.
Aren't those like really, really hot?
Yeah.
It sounds like death.
Okay, well. There are always going to be naysayers.
How
That
do
will
we
always
get to
be
the
one.
center of the planet, though? Do we need like a big drill or something?
Well, I was just thinking, what if there was a way to actually tilt this planet to relieve some of the pressure so that light can return everywhere and maybe help with planetary ecosystems and, I mean, plant life, animal life.
Varum looks horrified.
Wait, I thought you were on board.
No, I live here because it's always the sun.
Oh.
Besides,
You'd require. Okay.
I've been to the dark side, and I'm not sure they even want the light.
Yeah, probably not by now. Though I can't imagine that 1,000 days is going to really be like have some massive change in
Years.
years. You said years. Like 1,000 years? Oh, jeez.
It's 1,192 years.
I thought we said days for some reason.
If I did,
Okay.
that's not what I meant to say.
No, I might have misheard. Okay, well, yeah, that is a little different.
You know, those people you were talking about, that had the war, were they also visitors? I thought you said there was nobody from IDIQ. It didn't have a people.
Again, I'm not sure records are there. There's, I guess that means nobody from here now. In other words, everyone is a guest or a employee or that type of thing. It's not that people aren't necessarily born, but that, what is it? Culture breeds carelessness.
You said some people live near the terminus to avoid the light. How can you be sure there's not native people there?
Well, because, well, all I can tell you is that is what the official guest relations posts say.
Of course. Forgot who I was talking to.
Yeah. Still fun theorizing.
And I think it says, ascent beginning. As it does, the ship begins to kind of rocket and go dark as you feel like you weigh about twice your weight. It begins surging upward. At which point, Ferrum will begin to we'll say, you may find out more if you can get the guests of honor talking, but you would have to be careful if you're trying to make things better. The system does not like variables.
Okay. Good to know.
Goes. The ones who are evacuated are always scheduled for simulation. Unless they escape.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it is not a good thing. But incorporation is mandatory for those who have not worked.
You know, Verum, working within the system can only get you so far. Sometimes you have to blow up the school.
Jeez.
But one wonders which one does the more collateral damage. It is a question indeed. And at least there are those working from many sides.
That's true. And Malin kind of sits back further in her chair.
Yeah.
And that's good.
With that, the lights and shutter the regular lighting comes back on, things stabilize. So yes, everyone below is safely put in houses and then put back when time is done. For those guests who like it a little bit more rustic. But here we are! The Grand Station, you can see now, floating above, positioned so that a good amount of light comes into at least one side of it. This 7-ring station. All the rings look almost like free circling a central spindle that looks almost like it has bridges of light, which occasionally look like it rockets either people or small vessels before they kind of appear, then vanish quickly as the ring rotates around. And each ring bears what essentially is a color of the prismatic spectrum, given this rainbow feel, and the light seemed to match that as it turns. Quite the feat of engineering.
Is this whole thing autopiloted?
Indeed. Should take us in. We're scheduled for the blue ring for our initial docking.
All right.
Oh,
Well, it sounds like fun. Can't wait.
very good. Tickets, and is everyone then ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, then.
He ends up with Rotham.
Very good. Adam puts his arm within Kelly's. Goes, yeah, let's have fun. As it docks and the doors begin to open. And we will take our break. All right. Does everyone make sure you unmute that video when you are back? There we go. Nice. So, this is Shutter docks in the blue turning disc. A ring that moves, a vast donut. The doors depressurize and open. And as it does, you can see that other shuttles and doors are opening as you wait, and over an intercom you can hear a grand voice announcing everyone who comes in. Grand marquees and various positions. And looking about, you see folks seemingly of every shape and size. Deep star-speckled dwarves and long humanoid merfolk, much like the investigator that you had seen, somewhat bug-like and moving about on four legs. As well as various synthetic life forms and elves and humans, orcs, all dressed immaculately, some with bits of tech, an angle at one particular, very kind of lanky, what looks like a mixed ancestry of orc and elven, by both their tusks and pointed ears that have these kind of blue and black starred earrings that go all around them. This gentleman looks at this little data screen that seems only visible if you look right behind his left ear, that showed him some dance steps and potential opening lines as he is asking people to dance and trying to make small talk. You can see eating trays floating about, some people eating, and right now just light dancing in this vast room, along with what looks like portals, almost transporting. You can see seems to translate people into light and shoot them to various rings. Each ring from inside, you see as though there is no ceiling, just out into the stars, and then through into the other rings where there's even more cascade of people dancing and eating, talking, chatting, and doing their business. Verum goes, "Welcome to the gala." Shade goes, "That's a thing."
It's very big.
It is, says Ralph.
I don't know if you said, Matt, but what's the lighting like here? Is it bright or is it like dim just because of the fact that it's mixed?
So the lighting, interesting enough, is it's a bit off-putting in that anyone you're not looking at, it seems to give a dim light. As you desire to look at someone from your perspective, the light level increases to bright. So when you look at someone's faces, often even behind them seems to dim slightly and almost do a Gaussian blur, giving them a beautiful silhouette.
Then there's just a mechanics question I'd like to clarify. I have an ability to go invisible in dim light.
Gotcha.
Do that here.
Yeah, so I think the mechanic here would be as long as no one is looking at you currently.
Cool. Makes sense.
Because you theoretically would be in bright light to them. You'd have to kind of get out. and I appreciate that. Cool, but mechanically, what does my ability work?
Is that an atmospheric effect, or is that like in our vision we see that?
You'd be able to quickly determine that seems to be a part of. Yeah, this is kind of controlling the way your vision works.
Got it.
All part of the waiver you signed.
Ace, just keep your eyes peeled.
What am I looking for again?
I look around, make sure Veram's not here. Remember that thing that was found on the shuttle?
Oh yeah.
I'm worried they're targeting Nayland.
I'll keep an eye out. And I will say, this is probably like the first time everyone in the group realized Ace is tall, because he slouches all of the time, but like he's actually like standing up straight. He is probably arm in arm with Jade. Like he does know how to act in this situation.
Mm-hmm. Jade kind of, and Verum at this point has very politely left. Get with Verum. He very much is like, but you can see he's like keeping an eye about you and others, but is giving you that space. There's probably a lot of things you imagine he does not want to know, and like Jade in particular is like, so what are we doing?
Well, first things first, let's get some of their free food.
No, I liked you.
Free stuff's only free every once in a while. Plus, we paid for all of this, technically.
Yeah, that's true. You did. She leads you towards some of the trays and such.
Anyone here you've particularly taken notice of?
She looks, she goes, huh. Well, I at least that individual there, and you see somewhat aesthetic android going about and sampling, really like scanning various foods, and you can see like a temperature read goes on, like they're making sure everything's the right temperature, and makes a note. Go, that is head admin G5. They mostly oversee the sector by DIQ we were staying in.
Ace is gonna approach them. Like, hey, sorry, you working tonight?
Looks at you. G5 is always working and always paying attention. Put something up and looks. Jade, it looks like you are cleared for fraternization with guests tonight. I must compliment you on your filing your paperwork. Rare. I should note that. Nice to see you too.
Are you not supposed to be talking to me or something?
What?
He's asking the guy because he said that she got permission to talk to the guests, so he's asking the robot G5 if he's not allowed to talk to him.
Oh, I am allowed to talk. It just was more the physical contact I was noting, but no, I have permission to interact in all ways that can make one feel comfortable, but I'm under no obligation to do so. Um, that being said, how may I record your stay and the services of your support staff?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. So only 4 out of 5. All right.
Hey, yeah. You can change it to 5. It's fine.
5? As long as that is accurate. Good
Yes.
job. I am so happy to hear this.
What exactly do you do for, the light side?
I oversee sector C1T. You could say, well, I mostly do spot inspections to make sure everything is running, and when, and I almost always do, find things a bit out of whack, though it is always, I mustn't compliment our staff, it is usually very, very slight issues. We make sure that we go through all procedures and protocols to get it back up to perfection.
Anything weird happened this time? Like anything out of the ordinary? That you can share, of course.
It is against procedures to go through, but rest assured that though there were a few abnormalities, they have been rectified and those responsible put into procedure.
I would like to know more about what that procedure is. I'm guessing you're going to tell me.
Oh, we can talk. Can certainly give you the most important information, which is that through the procedure, which all employees assent to during their into their application process, they are retrained to not repeat the same mistakes, given the necessary knowledge, skills, in order to fix any gaps that may have existed in their initial training, and of course to fully identify those gaps so we can then do similar corrections to the trainers.
While he was talking, Ace wanted to look at Jade and see what her expression looked like, to see if she had been to there, and if she had, if she looks scared. It seemed like it's worse than he's explaining, or just seems like kind of exactly what he's explaining.
Yeah, I think in here she probably looks at you and is trying to communicate. So, give the feel that it is, definitely worse.
Oh, I feel bad for the guys that had to go through it. You really can't tell me what they did wrong? Even a little bit?
Then I would need to be corrected.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Well, I guess I can technically count myself as a peacekeeper, but that sounds weird to say. So if you ever need any help, just let me know.
Of course.
And Ace will take his leave to just walk the Gala with Jade.
All right. Like to investigate more?
A couple of setting the scene questions.
Yes.
Did you say we were inside, or are we out in like a courtyard?
So, I mean, you're inside because you're kind of upper atmosphere. So there is like false atmosphere and air density being pumped into the station. Though it appears kind of as though you're entirely outside because the walls have become transparent.
Got it. Number 2, is this a setting where it seems like people can have comms? Or did we have to take those off to be able to come in?
I would say that they would have been programmed so that you could not communicate outside of the ring that you're in.
Okay.
And certainly not outside the rings to the planet. Or
Got
ship.
it. And then I guess the investigation that Nayland wants to do, I don't know actually if it's relevant if the walls are transparent, but she just wants to see, meandering the perimeter. She wants to see if she can notice any of those seams like she had found in the resort, which hid secret passages in the walls. Any of those seams in the hard light.
Indeed. Yeah, so this would be interesting. I think as you begin your view here, while the appearance of transparency over the walls is there, you kind of understand that's not entirely true. More precisely, essentially video images are projected all around, likely from 360 cameras on the outside. And therefore, there very well could be space or corridors or such that are functionally invisible.
Mm-hmm. Trying to look like I'm just meandering, I would like to try to find one if I can.
Yeah, trying to see if there's something there, or trying to do that. Let's do perception.
You got it. And let me know if I fail. I got a 7.
That would fail. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to add a d6 to that. Let's roll big. That's a 2, so that's an 8. Okay. No, that's a 9. That's how math works. And I'm going to expend a 3rd level spell slot to bring that up plus 5. So it's a 14.
Okay. In that case,
Wait, that feels lame and uneven. Hold on. I'm going to do 4th level, so it's a 15.
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feels better.
Yeah, 15 is. It's almost like that's a category in the game. Indeed, as you are, I think, looking about that, I think you're able to just catch, though it is very quick. You realize in one certain area, it appears as though servers and the like almost appear out of thin air. And it's quite hard as you start to, even for yourself, wanting to just kind of look away and avoid, as you realize it's almost like a perception programming that's making you actively want to not go there, a look, but kind of overcoming that, focusing on hard light constructs and the like, you are able to see essentially a doorway to the inner layers of the walls.
Okay. Nayland does have a comm set in her inventory from starting equipment. If anybody else also had it in their inventory as starting equipment, I don't know, but she will just say into her ear, service entrance at, I don't know, 12 o'clock or whatever, or, you know, behind the, she would indicate where the wall the service entrance was.
To the friends, to your group.
Yes, to our group.
I think Peridot would be specifically on the lookout for what looks like security at this event. Whether that be technological security or actual like people security.
Okay. So it's probably perception for Gala security, and it would be insight to figure out who might be the security here as far as individuals. What would you like to do?
I think she would probably be more focused on technological, so that would be perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 15.
15. Yeah. I think looking about, you can see just, especially when you're moving, again, kind of coming to a similar realization that these are projections, but also as you would on the walls, and realizing that you can see into other rings. That also means there must be cameras on this ring, and you see vast array of tiny lenses that kind of masquerade as stars or far away. Give an idea that like every inch of this is functionally covered, though with that check you can see that they're about every 30 feet there's a 5-foot section that is can't really be seen, and for the purposes of the projections you imagine it kind of has a intelligence that assumes what's going to happen or figures out what the likely things are happening to create an image of a person like walking in a straight line or dancing and whatnot. Kind of like AIs for those sections because it can't get actual data calculating velocity and such. And then all this data you'd imagine is probably put forth and analyzed in somewhere upon the ship, or many somewheres, possibly in other android or synthetics that could process this vast amount of information to provide safety. Anything else?
Peridot would kind of like share that to her friends that there are stars disguised as cameras specifically and that we're really gonna have to be out of the way if we're going to do anything nefarious. And I think the only other thing that Peridot would be on the lookout for is there any kind of like tables or something where like there's a tablecloth that goes all the way to the floor that perhaps she could hide under in the event she has to.
Yeah, I think there's a few of those.
Because that's where her plan is to get out of sight.
I like it.
Although she also knows that some people might have thermal sense around here.
Indeed.
Considering she also has thermal sense.
Kelly was just kind of standing there a moment during the announcements, playing with a dangling piece of statement jewelry that she had once made on a train in Eberron. Neon pink, shaped like large geometric patterns and triangles. And then she starts to think of an idea. Rotham, I know that you may not have any friends in this building, but what I find usually draws people out is a performance. I really hope you're a good dancer.
I want to find out, it sounds like.
And so she is going to, I picture like a scene from True Lies. Jamie Lee Curtis, or not Jamie Lee Curtis, but Bruce Willis or whoever. And she's going to try to dance with Rotham in a way to draw out anyone to them who might want to make an introduction, or maybe is curious about who Rotham has brought with him. And that's kind of her plan anyway.
So almost everybody there kind of sees you and Rotham, so that people, if they were
Yes.
interested.
Especially now that she knows there's cameras and everything. So, yeah.
All right. Interesting enough, as you have the desire to begin to truly dance, it's almost you very walking from the front to the back, Hot Topic style. You get a different music that's flirting through that is made for such things as it hits and you begin to go into this kind of beautiful dance where everyone can see that it once matches with the music for non-dancers, but gives something quiet and beautiful for those dancing. The waltz picks up. And I would go for a performance.
Right. Okay. Let's see, what is my performance? 24.
Right. Begin to allow that to overtake. In particular here, up to you is yes. a somewhat bug-eyed individual, feminine, and is starts to essentially waltz partner Liz, mimicking the moves that kind of you are doing, being led by Rotham. They go, well, hello there, I'm Jory Quince. So pleased to make acquaintance, if it isn't the best racers currently in IDIQ, cutting a rug together.
Yes, Rotham and I just felt moved by the music, I guess. It's really nice to meet you. Are you,
Moved by the music, formerly moved by the light of the track. Now seeing the light in each other's eyes among the stars. Perfect.
You must be a writer.
Oh, yes. I could think of me as a celebrity journalist.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
You are both quite, after all, your views and likes went off the charts, I have to say.
Well, that's very kind of you. You have us for a moment. Is there anything that people want to know?
Well, I just could ask them if we only were allowed to transmit out of here. But, I would say, from the race and your experience thus far at the gala, how do you rate this particular dating experience with your once rival, Kelly?
Well, I have to say that Rotham is quite the gentleman. We had a wonderful chat on the way over, and while I won't reveal the details of that conversation, let's just say that he is quite a wordsmith as well.
Sweet talk amongst the sharp teeth, Rotham. A side we never knew. Perfect. Well, let me know if you have anything else or if you hear anything interesting.
Well, actually, since you're doing us such a nice visit, I thought I would turn your ear to someone. I don't know where she is right now, but she is quite the up-and-comer in the skateboarding scene. And word has it, she has been spotted here.
And who is this ministry wheeler?
Indeed. I wish I knew.
Oh, do you have a description?
Let's see. Fairly large. Well, yeah, I think she's probably, for protection and whatnot. I saw her in a bit of a lady's tuxedo earlier. Quite the dapper lady.
Okay. A dapper mech-suit tuxedoed. Let's try to find. Of course, everything appears. They try to make everything seem normal to us through here, and whatever your definitions are for you, to make others fit them as best as possible. So I will have to try to figure out how I can outsmart the system to be able to see and find this rising star. Thank you so much for the lead.
No problem. Good luck. And she mentions to Rotham, I sort of owe my friend a lot of favors, and I'm hoping that will help.
Well, I'd say either you're gonna, it'll help him, or Jory's also known to be quite the scandal hunter, so,
Well,
I'm sure your friend doesn't have any skeletons in the closet.
even if they did, from what I understand, There's no such thing as bad publicity when you're on the rise.
Hmm.
Well, I hope so anyway. Otherwise, I'll feel really terrible.
Well, and I talking about my work, we don't like any publicity really, but you know,
Well, if it does blow up in my face, I'll take care of it. But hopefully it won't.
I like that.
Why don't we go eat something and listen in on what's going on around? Maybe it sounds like there's a service elevator nearby. And I kind of nod in the direction.
Oh, you want to do a service elevator? Is what you said?
I'm just passing along what Naylan had mentioned.
Oh yeah.
But Kelly's main thing that she's looking for is information on this Black Meridian here.
Yeah.
So
You do kind of catch an individual in this night black tuxedo with this kind of faint red star thread woven into their cuffs. Looks like pale with pure black eyes. Talking among various people, and seems to be one that a lot of people want to be able to talk to, and whispers, and between each one seems to look between the conversation, pauses, and keep an eye on you and Rotham.
okay. So yeah, with that in mind, Kelly doesn't want to draw any attention to where Naylan had gone, and so she will just go with Rotham to the table that Ace went to earlier.
Nice.
I was gonna ask, as Ace is walking through the gala, can I try to like look around for anyone who seemed to have been watching us enter / like watching us now that isn't Verum?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
23.
Ooh, very nice. So for 23, there is, I would say, a few. Specifically, looking at particularly trying to look, eyes darting amongst all of you as best as she can. You can see this tiny star gnome who seems to have floating around her and then kind of following her various trays of drinks and food and various things, and she kind of keeps having herself kind of equidistant, looking very much as you all move apart. She keeps herself centered the best she can, kind of very much looking this and I would say, in addition, you can see this somewhat mousy individual that can't seem to stop looking at Naylan. And as unnoticeable as they can, though you certainly see every so often either seems to take a note or get a take a digital 3D scan or picture, and seems to be using this data pad to do so.
Then when Kelly joins Ace and Jade, Ace is going to point them out to her.
We probably need to do something about that. Remember, she's being targeted by something. Someone.
Yeah, but I'd really like to enjoy this gala for as long as possible.
Ace, our friend could be murdered.
Do we have to cause a scene?
No, in fact, the opposite. If you can somehow follow behind, keep her safe.
Follow Naylan or follow the people spying on her?
I have a feeling that as soon as Nayland goes through that door, they're going to follow her.
Very well. But you got to stick with Jade, because I'll look like a bad host if I just abandon her.
Yeah, no, I was actually going to say I'm the one person who probably can't leave right now, because they'll notice if Rotham goes. So I'll stay here with Jade.
Ace is going to try to go off somewhere he isn't seen and to go invisible and follow Naylan. And as he goes, if I do manage to go invisible, but it looks like as he just kind of like snaps his fingers as he walks, as like glowing energy shows a little bit from under the suit, but mostly around his neck, as it begins to like kind of get wavy and pixelated until he just kind of disappears in smoke.
So you're just trying to watch.
He's trying to go invisible and follow Naylan. That way it looks like she's not with. That way if she ever does get alone, it looks like she's alone. But Ace can see it.
Yeah, makes sense.
And Kelly will say to Jade, yeah, that's Ace. He's a lot more heroic than he pretends.
Oh. Nice. Goes nice. Well, it's always good to have a friend who would do that for you.
Is that Jade?
And Jade, I'm sorry, I thought you were talking to Ralph.
No, I was on a Jade.
Did he leave Jade behind? Yeah, she goes.
Yeah.
Well, what a man. She laughs, or close to that, I suppose. Goes, definitely makes me wish he was a bit more corporeal.
Corporeal?
Well, I mean, doesn't like a lot of people to see, but he's, a lot of gas and wires.
Wow. Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. Also, if you want a tip, he's a really big fan of Liververse.
Liverwurst?
Yeah, like the first time I met him, he just couldn't get enough of it. I don't know why.
Interesting. So he seems to take a little light pad note.
I gave her a few details about Ace.
Nice.
Trying to help her out.
Oh yeah, seems to enjoy that.
Nothing he wouldn't want. Just
Sure.
small things.
Good. Anything else?
I think Peridot would kind of like, what was the other data thing that Lies had? What was it?
We weren't 100% sure. It was something given to us by the agent who interrogated us in the hard light room. And he was like basically in code being like, are you friend or foe? And Dalen was like, we're friend. And then he gave her this thing secretly. Lies had said that its use would become clear when the time was right. But I don't know that she actually like went into it and tried to read it.
Okay, then. Where is it? I have a thing. So basically, if where did it go? I had it and then it's gone. Gosh, here it is. Where is the thing about not mechanical spiders, software bugs? Here it is. So when a piece of technology inhabited by a bug is inhabited by a software bug, it basically is under the effect of the antivirus spell, which antivirus means that the device can't be disabled by magical effects such as technical difficulties, electromagical pulse spells, infected by the end virus, or inhabited by an AI or similar creature. So it's more or less protected, and also creatures have disadvantage on intelligence/data checks made to hack the device. So Peridot's hoping that like this means like her data pad will be safe. And she's going to kind of like slip away underneath a table, more or less, and she's going to essentially connect that data drive to her pad and see what happens now that we're here.
Okay. So you're taking that pad, trying to go to your data pad.
Yeah, and she's gonna be like, okay, now Polly, don't eat anything on this. You've been doing nothing but eating. We played all those games, you ate all those ads. I need you to not eat anything in this, okay?
Aww. Little sad face comes up.
Don't worry, we could sign up for, I don't know, Scientology later.
Got a little bit of a look. Okay. It gets ready, and as you connect, the screen kind of flashes with static green as we end there for today.